Oklahoma City Public Schools lead the nation in the number of African American male students who are suspended and expelled. A UCLA study that covered the 2011-2012 school year found 75% of the black male students in the school district were suspended at some point during the school year. The problem has been known for many years and is seen as a reason so many African American males end up unemployed or in prison.
Jermaine Simpson sees the result of school expulsions and suspensions firsthand every day. He is the Employment and Training Program Director for the Urban League of Greater Oklahoma City.
I see roughly close to 100 black men a month that are being released from incarceration. None of them have received any type of service suitable to the needs that they need as far as mentally rehabilitating them.
Simpson agrees that many things can be blamed for the problem, but for African Americans, he says, the goals are really very basic.
Graduating from high school is such a high goal within the African American household, which is saddening. They place such importance on athletics in graduating high school. And for some, they've made it.
Recent national studies show the wide gap between the way black students are disciplined compared to others, and the numbers show just how many African American and Native American Oklahoma City students are being turned out of school, many times to end up wandering the streets. Howard Kurtz is an associate professor of sociology at Southwestern Oklahoma State University. He says studies confirm what Jermaine Simpson has witnessed. Young African American boys see sports as the key to the future.
There was a study that looked at the aspirations of African American high school athletes, and they found that 75% of African American boys who didn't start on their high school team still thought they were going to be in the NBA.
Angela Munson is a former state senator and former chairman of the Oklahoma City Board of Education. She has seen the problem for decades and says the racial bias is clear.
And unfortunately, it's those kinds of statistics that really reflect the level of racial bias that is so subconscious, that is so ingrained into systematic decisions that people don't really recognize it. And that is the hardest type of racism to confront.
Robert Neu, the new superintendent of Oklahoma City Public Schools, agrees there is a built-in bias in public education, but he says it goes back to the earliest days of the country.
Thomas Jefferson, the Commonwealth of Virginia, designed the first public education system in the world. And it was designed to select and sort. And in those days, there was the 10 best boys, white boys of genius, to go on to William and Mary to study science.
Superintendent Neu inherited the situation he is now trying to correct. He has a plan, and change has begun.
It's a matter of stopping doing some things that we've been doing. And we've pulled back on some areas, that some contracts that were in place and some initiatives that we were working on, and to use those resources to deploy them now to these subgroups that we've addressed.
But Neu says schools cannot do this by themselves.
The city-county health is going to put boots on the ground in 16 pilot schools or startup schools this fall. This could have a profound impact on accelerating learning for these kids if we can address some of their medical needs, nutrition needs, perhaps social-emotional needs that are happening with these children or their families.
The school district is also partnering with the Urban Teacher Preparation Academy at the University of Central Oklahoma to begin teaching teachers how to reach kids that might otherwise end up tossed out of school. Superintendent Neu says a shift in culture also has to occur, and it starts with him and has to spread to the entire school district to give these troubled students a new vision.
And they start to see something, they start to see themselves as something bigger. Then I think you begin to really shift their thinking about the fact that, high school diploma is not the end-all be-all, and yeah, you know what, I'm probably not going to play for the Thunder someday. That maybe I can be an engineer, maybe I can be an architect.
Neu expects to see results in a year, and he is hopeful that what the state's largest public school district does will someday serve as a model for other urban schools nationwide.